Good afternoon to all of you. Welcome all participants in Black Diamond Public School, Gadi Katauna, Jammu, Bihar. In-house training program, and today's topic of in-house training program is NEP 2020 Empowering the Teachers. I am Taranand Singh presenting here empowering the today's topic NEP 2020 empowering the teachers. It is most informative topic regarding as well as teachers education system. So let's listen carefully. First of all, we have to understand what is NEP 2020. National Education Policy 2020. This National Education Policy envisions an education system rooted in Indian ethos that contributes directly to transforming India, that is Bharat, sustainably into an equitable and vibrant knowledge directly to society by providing high quality education to all and thereby making India a global knowledge superpower. The policy implies that the curriculum and pedagogy of our institutions must develop among the students a deep sense of respect towards the fundamental duties and constitutional values, bonding with one's country, and a conscious awareness of one's roles and responsibilities in a changing world. The vision of the policy is to instill among the learners a deep-rooted pride in being Indian, not only in thought but also in spirit, intellect, and deeds, as well as to develop knowledge, skills, values, and dispositions that supports responsible commitment to human rights, sustainable development, and living and global well-being, thereby reflecting a truly global citizens. This policy implies that the extant 10+2 structure in school education will be modified with a new pedagogical and curricular restructuring of 5+3+3+4, covering age 3 to 18 in early childhood care and education, the foundation of learning. Approx over 85% of child's brain development occurs prior to the age of 6, indicating the critical importance of appropriate care and stimulation of the brain in the early years in order to ensure healthy brain development and growth. Presently, quality early childhood care and education is not available to crores of young children, particularly children from socio-economically disadvantaged backgrounds. Strong investment in early childhood care and education has the potential to give all young children such access, enabling them to participate and flourish in the educational system throughout their lives. Universal provisioning of quality early childhood development, care, and education must be achieved as soon as possible and no later than 2030 to ensure that all students entering grade 1 are school ready. Early childhood care and education ideally consist of flexible, multifaceted, multi-level, play-based, activity-based and inquiry-based learning comprising of alphabets, language, numbers, counting, colors, shapes, indoor and outdoor play, puzzles and logical thinking, problem solving, drawing, painting and other visual art, craft, drama and puppetry, music and movement. It also includes a focus on developing social capacities, sensitivity, good behavior, courtesy, ethics, personal and public cleanliness, teamwork and cooperation. The overall aim of early childhood care and education will be to attain optimal outcomes in the domains of physical and motor development, socio-emotional ethical development, cultural artistic development and the development of communication and early language, literacy and numeracy. A national curricular and pedagogical framework for early childhood care and education for children up to the age of 8 will be developed by NCERT in two parts, namely a sub-framework for 0 to 3 years old students and a sub-framework for 3 to 8 years old child. Aligned with the above guidelines, the latest research on early childhood care and education and national and international best practices, in particular the numerous rich local traditions of India developed over millennia in early childhood care and education involving art, stories, poetry, games, songs and more will also be suitably incorporated. The framework will serve as a guide both for parents and for early childhood care and education institutions. The overarching goal will be to ensure universal access to high quality early childhood care and education across the country in a phased manner. Especially attention and priority will be given to districts and locations that are particularly socio-economically disadvantaged. Early childhood care and education shall be delivered through a significantly expanded and strengthened system of early childhood education institutions consisting of a standard alone Anganwadis, B. Anganwadis co-located with primary schools, C. Pre-primary schools or sections covering at least age 5 to 6 years, co-located with existing primary schools. And the last one is stand-alone preschools, all of which would recruit workers, teachers, especially trained in the curriculum and pedagogy of early childhood care and education. For universal access to Early childhood care and education. Anganwadi centers will be strengthened with high quality infrastructure, play equipment, and well trained Anganwadi workers, teachers. Every Anganwadi will have a well ventilated, well designed, child friendly, and well constructed building with an enriched learning environment. Children in Anganwadi centers shall take activity field tours and meet the teachers and students of their local primary schools in order to make the transition from Anganwadi centers to primary schools a smooth one. Anganwadi shall be fully integrated into school complexes, clusters, and Anganwadi children, parents, and teachers will be invited to attend and participate in school complex programs and vice versa. In foundational literacy and numeracy, an urgent and necessary prerequisite to learning, it enhancing the ability to read and write and perform basic operations, which numbers is a necessary foundation and an indispensable for all future schooling and lifelong learning. However, various governmental as well as non-governmental surveys indicate that we are currently in a learning crisis. A large proportion of students currently in elementary school, estimated to be over 5 crore in numbers, have not attained foundational literacy and numeracy. This is the ability to read and comprehend basic text and the ability to carry out basic addition and subtraction with Indian numerals. Attaining foundational literacy and numeracy for all children will thus become an urgent national mission, with immediate measures to be taken on many fronts and with clear goals that will be attained in the short term, including that every student will attain foundational literacy and numeracy by grade 3. The highest priority of the education system will be to achieve universal foundational literacy and numeracy in primary school by 2025. The rest of this policy will become relevant for our students only if these most basic learning requirements, this is reading, writing, and arithmetic at the foundational level, is first achieved. To this end, a national mission on foundational literacy and numeracy will be set up by the Ministry of Human Resource Development MHRD on priority. Accordingly, all states or union territories governments will immediately prepare an implementation plan for attaining universal foundational literacy and numeracy in all primary schools, identifying state-wise targets and goals to be achieved by 2025 and closely tracking and monitoring process of the same. At first, teacher vacancies will be filled at the earliest in a time-bound manner, especially in disadvantaged areas and areas with large pupil to teacher ratios or high rates of illiteracy. Special attention will be given to employing local or those with familiarity with local language. On the curricular side, there will be an increased focus on foundational literacy and numeracy, and generally on reading, writing, speaking, counting, arithmetic, and mathematical thinking. Throughout the preparatory and middle school curriculum, with a robust system of continuous formative adaptive assessment to track and thereby individualize and ensure each student's learning. With the lack of universal access to early childhood care education, a large proportion of children already fall behind within the first few weeks of grade 1. Thus, to ensure that all students are school ready and entering 3 months play based school preparation module for all grade 1 students consisting of activities and workbooks around the learning of alphabets, sounds, words, colors, shapes, and numbers, and involving collaboration with peers and parents will be developed by NCERT and SCERTs. A national repository of high quality resources on foundational literacy and numeracy will be made available on the digital infrastructure for knowledge sharing. Technological interventions to serve as aids to teachers and to help bridge any language barriers that may exist between teachers and students will be piloted and implemented. Now, third number, curtailing dropout rates and ensuring universal access to education at all levels. How curtailing dropout rates and ensuring universal access to education at all levels. It is one of the primary goals of this education policy, in which the schooling system must be to ensure that children are enrolled in and are attending school through initiatives such as the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, and now Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan is known as Samagr Shiksha, and the Right to Education Act. India has made remarkable strides in recent years in attaining near universal enrollment in elementary education. However, the data for later grades indicates some serious issues in retaining children in the schooling system. The grades 6 to 8 indicates some serious issues in retaining children in the schooling system, which was 19.9%, while for grades 9 to 10 and 11 to 12 it was only 79.3% and approx 56.5% respectively, indicating that a significant proportion of enrolled students drop out after grade 5 and especially after grade 8, as per the 75th round household survey by NSSO. in 2017 and 18. The number of out of school children in the age group of 6 to 17 years is 3 crore 22 lakhs. It will be a top priority to bring these children back into the educational fold as early as possible, and to prevent further students from dropping out, with a goal to achieve 100% gross enrollment ratio in preschool to secondary level by 2030. A concerted national effort will be made to ensure universal access and afford opportunity to all children of the country to obtain quality holistic education, including vocational education from preschool to grade 12. There are two overall initiatives that will be undertaken to bring children who have dropped out back to school and to prevent further children from dropping out. The first is to provide effective and sufficient infrastructure so that all students have access to safe and engaging school education at all levels, from pre-primary school to grade 12. Besides these, providing regular trained teachers at each stage, special care shall be taken to ensure that no school remains deficient on infrastructure support. The credibility of government schools shall be re-established, and this will be attained by upgrading and enlarging the schools that already exist, building additional quality schools in areas where they do not exist, and providing safe and practical convenience and or hostels, especially for the girl children, so that all children have the opportunity to attend a quality school and learn at the appropriate level. Alternative and innovative education centers will be put in place in cooperation with civil society to ensure that children of migrant laborers and other children who are dropping out of school due to various circumstances are brought back into mainstream education. The second is to achieve universal participation in school by carefully tracking students as well as their learning levels in order to ensure that they are enrolled in and attending school and have suitable opportunities to catch up and re-enter school in case they have fallen behind or dropped out, for providing equitable and quality education from the foundational stage through grade 12 to all children up to the age of 18. Suitable facilitating systems shall be put in place. Once infrastructure and participation are in place, ensuring quality will be the key in retention of students so that they do not lose interest in attending school. Restructuring school curriculum and pedagogy in a new 5+3+3+4 design is the curricular and pedagogical structure of school education will be reconfigured to make it responsive and relevant to the development needs and interests of learners. at different stages of their development corresponding to the age range of 3 to 8, 8 to 11, 11 to 14 and 14 to 18 years respectively. The curricular and pedagogical structure and the curricular framework for school education will therefore be guided by a 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 design consisting of the foundational stage. It is in two parts, that is 3 years of Anganwadi or preschool plus 2 years in primary school in grades 1 or 2 2, both together covering age 3 to 8, preparatory stage grade 3 to 5 covering age 8 to 11, middle stage it is grade 6 to 8 covering age 11 to 14, and in secondary stage grades 9 to 12 in two phases, this is 9 and 10 in the first and 11th and 12th in the second, covering age 14 to 18. So these are the basic information regarding National Education Policy 2020. Now with the help of video session we will aware about empowering teacher in National Education Policy 2020. Let's watch it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another live session of Getty Talks. My name is Shilpi. I am the Relationship Manager with the Global Education and Training Institute. So I have Miss Krishna Katuria. She is the principal of Edify School for Amravati. She has been into the field of education from the past 27 years, and recently she has been awarded with the Bhishma Ratna Award, which is supposed to be an award given in the field of education for determination and progress. Apart from that, she has also been awarded with the Bharat Shiksha Ratna Award, and she's also a certified career coach. So, ma'am, I think you are the best person to talk about the NEP 2020. So, your viewpoint is regarding how it is beneficial for the teachers, because till yet, when it came into the news, we all were discussing how students are going to benefit from it. So, let's hear your point of view regarding it, and thank you for joining in the disruptive education movement started by Dr. Sunita Gandhi. So, ma'am, it's over to you.
Thank you so much, Shilpi, for giving this wonderful opportunity. I'm equally thankful to Dr. Gandhi for giving me this opportunity to talk to all of you. Yes, basically, a lot of people were thinking that NEP is made keeping only students in mind, but that is not the real picture, dear. NEP will benefit teachers equally if it is implemented in a proper way, and definitely government is trying its level best to implement the things in a proper way, and let's hope so from 2022 we'll be able to take it ahead as per the guidelines of NEP. So please allow me to share my PPT so that I can give you the details of what exactly it is.
Ma'am, I've added your PPT on the screen. You can go ahead with it.
Shilpi, how can I make it a big screen? Because I'm facing a problem to move it. Same problem. Or you can do it from your end, no problem.
I'll share the PPT for you, ma'am.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, thank you so much. So, here I would like to talk about what type of teacher are you? Okay, so first of all, my question is to all the audience: why did you become a teacher? Was it to improve society? Sometimes we feel that yes, the scenario of education should change, or sometimes we feel that I have this particular knowledge, why don't I help students with the same? Or sometimes we feel like we should have something as a steady career, or sometimes we become a teacher because of bit of all three, right? So next slide please. So, if you are thinking that you have entered the field of education just you want to improve society, then definitely you are an idealistic kind of teacher. And you are thinking that if you have joined this field just to help students, so you are rationalist, you are pragmatic, wonderful job. And if you are thinking that you want a steady career, so definitely you are enjoying your craft and you are a practitioner in real sense. And if it is a mix of all the things, then you are a moderate kind of teacher. You are in the middle of the road. Thank you so much for choosing this as a profession. Next slide, please. So, if you are in this profession, first of all, let me be very clear. Earlier, it used to be said that teaching is an art. No, my dear, teaching is purely a skill, and skill can always be improved, and skill can be improved till the last breath of our life. And to improve our skill, definitely we have to go through professional development. Professional development gives educators a chance to hone their skill sets. Professional development again helps the teachers to learn better ways to teach, to develop better organization and planning skills, to gain knowledge and industry insight. Next slide. And now here, today we are here to talk about NEP 2020 and how it is going to empower all of us. National Education Policy has in store for teachers to lift them out their current uninspiring job profile. Sometimes we think like, what kind of profession we are in, it is completely uninspiring. We are in a thankless job, no one takes care of us, and blah blah blah. A lot of things come in our mind, right? And sometimes we feel that we are getting exploited with very less salary, and sometimes our service conditions are also not up to mark. But NEP 2020 is going to take care of all these problems, and NEP definitely is going to acknowledge the reality of unmotivated and dispirited Indian teachers, and it proposes to completely overhaul the teaching profession to create a robust merit-based structure which will be based on tenure, salary, promotion, incentives, and definitely it is going to recognize the outstanding teachers as well. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Shilpi, next slide, please. Yes. If we are talking about teaching career and professionalism, definitely NEP talks of creating performance standard for teachers. It clearly spelling out the role of the teachers at different levels of expertise, stages, competencies required at each and every stage. By 2022, a set of national professional standards for teachers, that is NPST, will be created, that will determine all aspects of teacher career management. It will include tenure of the teacher career management. It will have continuous professional development efforts. Salary will increase, promotions and other recognitions will be taken care by 2022. NEP also talks of teacher audit or performance appraisals that will be carried at regular intervals. These standards for performance appraisal will also be formulated. Henceforth, promotions and salary increases will not occur based on the length of tenure. Sometimes in olden times, from years we are in the field, we think that the promotions we are getting, like from teacher we are becoming coordinator, then vice principal and principal. It is dependent on service, it is dependent on years of service you have spent. But NEP is not going to propose in that way. NEP will be purely based on, teacher appraisal will be purely based on the merit and appraisals. School teachers must undergo 50 hours of CPD, that is continuous professional development opportunities, every year to leap themselves by attending workshops or online teacher development modules. And CBSE has already started taking care of all these things. If you are working in a CBSE school, then definitely every month you have to attend these modules. School principals too must undergo CPD in modules related to leadership, school management, and for implementing competency-based learning. In addition, international pedagogical approaches will be studied by NCERT, identified and recommended for assimilation in pedagogical practices in India through these CPDs. Next slide, please. Now, if we are talking about inculturation of teacher empowerment, definitely teacher empowerment means what? It means investing teachers with the right to participate in determining school goals. Definitely, whatever the school management is, each and every school has some predetermined goals and policies, and definitely NEP is going to give this share to teachers to empower. It will empower teachers to invest their time. It will give rights to the teachers to participate in determining the school goals and exercises and professional judgment about what and how to teach. When teachers are engaged in the reform process, they need freedom and control over their own work. This makes them feel empowered, motivates them to work harder, and enhances their commitment to their learners. Recognizing the contribution teachers can make in reforming pedagogy to improve the learning outcomes, the NEP 2020 gives teachers autonomy in selecting appropriate pedagogy and encourages them to also ensure socio-emotional learning of their students, which is a critical aspect of holistic development. See, normally what it happens, we all think that education, there should be a holistic development of a child. Each and every stakeholder in the school parameter, in the education parameter, thinks that there should be overall development of the child, right? To achieve that holistic development, definitely teachers and only can do that. If it will be completely teachers' choice, it will be teachers' autonomy to think what is right for their learners. And they can utilize, improvise their innovating teaching methods adopted by teachers to improve the learning outcomes will be recognized. Each and everything will be documented and shared widely as recommended practices. Close collaboration is recommended among schools within a school complex, as it will reduce teacher isolation. experience by teachers working in smaller schools and create vibrant teacher communities that work collaboratively, sharing their best teaching practices. Sometimes, what it happens, sometimes the teachers feel that I'm working in a small area there where there are very few teachers, lot of resources are not available in the areas or in their particular school. Sometimes school does not have that much enough resources to be provided to the learners. So in that way, NEP will definitely help, because they are making the system completely in a centralized way, that each and every best practice will be documented and it will be shared worldwide. I'm not talking only about India, it will be shared worldwide, so that each and every teacher in each and every nook and corner of the world can utilize the best practices shared by others. There will be close collaboration is recommended among schools within a school complex, as it will reduce teacher isolation. To help schools and school complexes evolve into vibrant, caring, and inclusive communities of teachers, students, parents, principals, and the school management have been directed to ensure adequate and safe infrastructure, basic amenities will be provided, and hygiene, computing devices, internet, libraries, sports, recreational resources to all the teachers and students. NEP is taking care by 2022. All these things should be provided by and large to each and every teacher, each and every learner. Next slide, please. Now, if I talk about, in conclusion, Benjamin Disraeli has said, the secret of success is to be ready when your opportunity comes. For Indian teachers, time has come to seize the opportunity. Definitely, this is the right time to take the benefit of this opportunity to become the best teacher and become makers of your own destiny. To do this, what I would suggest is, my dear, dream and work hard to achieve your dreams. Dream big, work hard, achieve your dreams, achieve your goals. Become an aware, enthusiastic, and empowered practitioner. Share your ideas, grow by experimenting and researching. Gain insights also from the thoughts, beliefs, and experiences of your peer practitioners. Enjoy your journey by forging beautiful relationships with generations of learners who transition through your classrooms and remain a lifelong learner. Happy teaching to all of you. Thank you so much for patiently listening my words.
Like what you said. So I think a number of them, close to 6 to 7 people. So wonderful, ma'am. Who are going to be in the senior section? All right, or is it that the entire, teachers right from the primary to the senior, they all will also be benefited from this? Because
Definitely.
basically, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Shilpi.
Yeah, so like because primary teachers, they are way more burdened than the senior ones because they are handling so many subjects and so much to do. So for them, is it going to be as beneficial as for the teachers who are in the higher section?
Yes, definitely it is going to be beneficial from each and every startup education field, right from pre-primary, as NEP has made a lot of changes in the pattern as well. That is 5 plus 3 plus 3 and all that. So definitely it is going to be different at all the stages. There is going to be pre-service, in service, and after service also. A lot of changes NEP has made. So we are working hard towards the implementation of the policy in terms of this. And even these CPD courses will be there for principals as well. For
Okay.
aspiring principals, second line of leadership, that is vice principals, and
Mhm.
teachers right from pre-primary. There is a lot of things in store for each and everyone.
So I think you also mentioned that every month there would be an upgrade training for the teachers.
Yes,
In this, okay, fine. So that's really wonderful. And so coming to the specific subjects, do you think it will open a lot of career options even for teachers, like who are like vocational trainings, who
yes.
are into, yeah. So would you like to elaborate a little bit on that so for our audience to get the information?
If we talk about pre-primary teachers, definitely there will be a lot in store for them in terms of their development in pedagogy of the school, in pre-primary structure, and then as gradually their PGT, TGTs and all that, it is going to be subject specific. And for TGT teachers, that is from level 5 onwards, it is going to be in terms of career guidance as well. NEP,
Yes.
yes, NEP is giving a lot of benefits to the teachers. NEP wants that each and every teacher must go this certification course of career guidance as well, so that
That's
they can help the students.
yeah. I think that will be so beneficial even for teachers because they'll be able to actually then focus on the aptitude of the child and then accordingly encourage him or her in that specific field. And maybe they are able to even develop the interest of a child in a certain area, where they feel he can do well.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
yeah. So thank you so much, ma'am, for being here, and we definitely wish to see you more in the future on some other topic which is interesting and related to teachers, because I believe you have been a teachers trainer with the University of Maharashtra for
Yeah,
7 years. So
right.
thank you once again, ma'am, and we'd like to.
I hope you really enjoy this video. It was so informative and we understood need of empowering of teacher in National Education Policy 2020. Now, if I talk about present scenario of teacher education in India, then we cannot deny really teacher education is vital in creating a pool of school teachers that will shape the next generation. Teacher preparation is an activity that requires multidisciplinary perspectives and knowledge. Formation of dispositions and values and development of practice under the best mentors. Teachers must be grounded in Indian values, language, knowledge, ethos, and traditions, including tribal traditions, while also being well versed in the latest advance in education and pedagogy. According to the Justice J.S. Verma Commission constituted by the Supreme Court in 2012, a majority of stand-alone TEIs over 10,000 in number are not even attempting serious teacher education but are essentially selling degrees for a price. Regulatory efforts so far have neither been able to curb the malpractices in the system nor enforce basic standards for quality, and in fact have had the negative effect of curbing the growth of excellence and innovation in the sector. The sector and its regulatory system are therefore in urgent need of revitalization through radical action in order to raise standards and restore integrity, credibility, efficiency, and high quality to the teacher education system. In order to improve and reach the levels of integrity and credibility required to restore the prestige of the teaching profession, the regulatory system shall be empowered to take stringent action against substandard and die functional teacher education institution that do not meet basic educational criteria after giving 1 year for remedy of the breach. By 2030, only educationally sound, multidisciplinary, and integrated teacher education programs shall be in force. As teacher education requires multidisciplinary inputs and education in high quality content, as well as pedagogy, all teacher education programs must be conducted within composite multidisciplinary institutions. To this end, all multidisciplinary universities and colleges will aim to establish education departments which, besides carrying out cutting edge research in various aspects of education, will also run BEd programs in collaboration with other departments such as psychology, philosophy, sociology, neuroscience, Indian language, arts, music, history, literature, physical education, science and mathematics. Moreover, all stand-alone will be required to convert to multidisciplinary institutions by 2030, since they will have to offer the 4-year integrated teacher preparation program. The 4-year integrated BEd offered by such multidisciplinary HEIS will by 2030 become the minimal degree qualification for school teachers. The 4-year integrated BEd will be a dual major holistic bachelor's degree in education as well as a specialized subject such as a language, history, music, mathematics, computer science, chemistry, economics, arts, physical education, etc. Beyond the teaching of cutting edge pedagogy, the teacher education will include grounding in sociology, history, science, psychology, early childhood care and education, foundational literacy and numeracy, knowledge of India and its values, ethos, art, traditions, and more. The higher education offering the 4 integrated 4-year integrated BEd may also run a 2-year BEd for students who have already received a bachelor's degree in a specialized subject. 1-year BEd may also be offered for candidates who have received a 4-year undergraduate degree in a specialized subject. Scholarships for Meritorious students will be established for the purpose of attracting outstanding candidates to the 4 year, 2 year, and 1 year B.Ed programs. Higher education offering teacher education programs will ensure the availability of a range of experts in education and related disciplines as well as specialized subjects. Each higher education institution will have a network of government and private schools to work closely with, where potential teachers will student teach along with participating in other activities such as community service, adult and vocational education, etc. In order to maintain uniform standards for teacher education, the admission to pre-service teacher preparation programs shall be through suitable subject and aptitude tests conducted by the National Testing Agency and shall be institutionalized keeping in view the and cultural diversity of the country. The faculty profile in departments of education will necessarily aim to be diverse and but teaching field research experience will be highly valued. Faculty with the training in areas of social sciences that are directly relevant to school education. Example: psychology, child development, sociology, physiology, economics, and political science, as well as from science education. Mathematics education, social science education, and language education programs will be attracted and retained in teacher education institutions. To strengthen multidisciplinary education of teachers and provide rigor in conceptual development. All fresh PhD entrants, irrespective of discipline, will be required to take credit-based courses in teaching education, pedagogy, writing related to their chosen PhD subjects. So, these are the basic informative parts regarding empowering the teachers and present scenario of teacher education in India. That's all for today's session. Thank you.